Hi guys, welcome to another episode of my vlog, and today I'm going to be talking about how to deal with heartbreak. Yes, I know, you've probably broken up with your boo of 12 years, that's a hard one, or 10 years, 6 years, even if it's just 1 year or 6 months, it's still something. No, heartbreak is never easy. I'm not going to claim to be a doctor or a psychologist, but I've been through one, so I kind of think I should be able to give you my few tips and suggestions on how to deal with the heartbreak. It's never easy when you've been with someone for long, or you've probably been dating someone and then something just happens, hey, and the love is no longer there. I think that the first thing that you need to know, or the first thing you need to do in dealing with the heartbreak, is the fact that you need to identify what went wrong in the relationship. Is not to beat yourself over the fact that you guys broke up, but analyze your flaws. It takes two to tango. So it might be that you probably did not do something right in the relationship. There are times when probably the guy was the one. I'm not going to say the guy cheated, so people don't label me and say, must it always be that the guy is cheating? I mean, sometimes the girls are the ones who cheat, or just something went wrong. It could be a communication issue, it could be family, it could be something that just broke up the relationship. So you need to analyze what the flaws were so that you don't go into another relationship and carry that same baggage. You need time to heal of your wounds. Like any wound, be it a physical cut, it takes time to heal. And at first, when it happens, like I remember when I broke up with my ex, it was hard, and the way I reacted to it was just, I was looking and I was wondering, but what did I do wrong? Why did we break up? I was thinking and thinking and thinking. Some people will cry. Some people have different ways and different mechanisms of dealing with with heartbreak. But like I said, you need to give yourself time to heal. They say time heals all things. It does heal all things. Even if you will cry and sit at home, in that situation, do not surround yourselves with bad friends. When I mean bad friends, are the friends that will say, hey, I saw Tunde in ShopRite with one girl. You don't even know if that guy is his colleague. Or I saw Demola hanging out at the Pent or at that particular place with a friend. And he was just smiling and, having a drink. And you start thinking, hey, me, I'm crying and the guy is having fun. You need to take all those friends out of your life. You need friends that will support you as you're grieving, as you're going through that time of, it's not even grieving, because, it's for the better. I must say that the next point is, do not stalk your boo on social media. I know we are guilty of that. Many times you want to follow up and check what he's doing. You see him, looking or taking a selfie or something like that, and you're just like, hey, this guy is having fun without me. You don't know even the guy is trying to deal with the situation and he's just trying to take pictures to just ward off the pain. Do not stalk him on Instagram. Don't stalk him on Facebook, or I'm seeing his updates on his BBM, because apparently you're still on his BBM. You need to delete him. It's a very harsh mechanism, I say, but that is what you need to do. Delete him from your BBM if that is what will solve the problem. You don't want to see his updates. You don't want to see him on Twitter, you don't see him on Facebook, you don't see him on Instagram. Delete him completely. That's the only way you can get over the heartbreak. Okay, so after deleting him on all your social media platforms and not following him, or not even trying to ask people what he was doing, some people really get obsessive. Cry. If crying will solve your problem, first, when it happens, you need to let out all that emotions. You need to let out all the sad energy. You need to cry. If you have to cry for days, you have to lock yourself in, not sob stories, not watching sad love stories, because it will not solve your problem. It will make you cry the more. But if you need to cry to, release all the pain, you need to cry. Now, you also need to, what was I going to say? You also need to get yourself involved in activities. If you probably were not working, if you didn't have a job, if you were relying on him, you need to get yourself a job. You need to just take up a new sport. You need to get yourself into shape. Some people then begin to lose weight or begin to gain excessive weight. That's how they deal with crisis. This is not the time to let go of your body. You need to be super confident, and you need to be super strong and sexy, because that's the only way you will be able to get someone else who is going to be far better than your ex. So get yourself involved in activities, jog, try a new sport, go to a new place, travel, improve yourself, learn a new skill. Then the guys see that you were better than where you were before. If you were still managing somewhere before, you didn't even have a skill, learn a new skill. It will help you. You will add value to yourself. That's the only way you can get out of the heartbreak. And then you look back over the years and say, what did I do to, what are the things I've learned over because of this heartbreak, have I added myself? Add value to yourself. I must also say that you need to talk to God. Talk to someone who can probably counsel you if you need to go for counseling. We all need counseling at some point in our life. The way I counsel or I receive counsel is by talking to God, by praying. Praying it doesn't hurt you. If you pray, you need to know, you need direction from God on the next path to take, on the next thing to do. So pray. It will you'll never go wrong by praying. It means that you get to just spend more time with God. It means that you get to commune with God. You get to really grow as a person, because when we get all encumbered in one person and the other person is our world, and when we break up, we just cannot find support in anything or anything. But you realize that your strength and your abilities actually come from God, not from man. So it's a time to get closer to God. And also, like I said, learn a new thing, add value to yourself. So guys, I feel like all these points are not just about book. Some people say this is things that you've ripped off a book, but the things that I've applied and has worked. There's no two ways about it. You need to give yourself time, like I said. You need to get yourself involved in activities. You need to also pray. You need to just do so many things to improve yourself. I mean, if in the next 2 years and again, I think the last thing I must say is give yourself, do an analysis of your journey. You could write it in a journal. You could probably have a journal where you document your progress, things that you've learned over that period. It's important to actually know that, okay, what have I learned during this period, over the period I've gotten over this heartbreak and relationship? What have I learned? What are the new things that I can implement? And when the time is ripe, then don't be too hasty to get yourself involved in a relationship, in another relationship. Now, that's another thing I must say. So many people, because of breakup, want to jump from one person to the other, and they don't realize that they're just going to get themselves hot, and they repeat patterns that happened in their previous relationship. So I must say that you need to also try to avoid patterns and document your progress in a journal. In fact, you look back at the journal and then you see that I've grown, I've become a super confident. These were the mistakes I made, and these are the things I think I'm improving on, because life is all about progress. You need to constantly be progressing. You need to constantly be in a better place. You'll be surprised that the guy will just come back and say, you're looking good. I'm like, oh, really? Yes, thank you. And he'll be like, oh, can we have a date? And they're like, I'm sorry, I've moved on. The better for you. So guys, I hope that you'll be able to kind of implement some of the things that I've talked about. It's not a book rule. It's just something that you can do to just get rid or just help yourself ease the process and go through the whole process of heartbreak. All right, guys, please make sure that you remember to follow me on YouTube, like my page on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel, Sassy Lulu, on YouTube. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. I will be back, guys, next week for something more exciting. Bye.